In this section, we will deal about the levels of management. Obviously, we know that in an institution, we are not going to have a single manager. Starting from the bottom position, we will be having many managerial positions. A top manager, middle manager, lower level manager, etc. So there is a proper line of demarcation between various managerial positions in an organization. You have to remember a very important term called as span. Span is the number of subordinates a manager or supervisor can manage or control effectively and efficiently. Okay, so the definition of span is important. We can broadly classify the level of management into four. First one being the top management. Again, the middle management is classified into upper middle and lower level middle management. Then we will be having the final bottom level or the lower line first line management. You can go through this example of the different level of management, of top management, upper level, middle level management, first line supervisory and the operative workforce. So this is the example. We can give our own examples. So we all know how important the top level management is. Okay, top level management, they are the persons who are laying down the most important objectives or say policies, the long-term plans, strategic plans are the long-term plans, etc. for the enterprise. Also, it is their duty in order to prepare all the budgets, schedules, procedure, etc. So the most important decisions are taken by the top level management. Okay, so whenever finance is involved, the top level management has to take care. Also regarding all the important plans, policies, etc. And also it is a duty of the top level management to appoint the executive for the middle level. And it is a duty of the top level management again to coordinate the activities of different department. Not only they have to give the direction, but they also have to control. So the top level management has to give total instruction to the lower level management and also control the activities of all the departments. So, and another important function of the top level management is the maintenance of relationship with the outside public. So, they are the one who are going to represent our institution outside. So, the top level management has got many important functions. Now, the functions of the intermediate management, that is the upper middle management. So they are basically the head of various division or department. So their main function will be laying down the policies or plans for the lower level middle management. And they also have to take care of the top management plans. They are the one who have to execute the top management plans into practice. So their function is to coordinate the functioning of their individual divisions or department. And also they have to control, they have to give instruction, they have to control the activities or the functioning of their departments, and also they have to implement the action of top level and they have to control their lower levels. So the main function is the coordination function. Okay, and again giving guidance, also advice to the lower levels, and also individually they have to prepare the reports. Each and every department, they have to prepare the report or progress of their division for use by the top management. Now coming to the functions of the middle level management. The main function of the middle level management is that they have to run all the details of the organization. Whatever activity is being undertaken by the organization, they have to smoothly function within their departments, okay, for the achievement of objectives. So they should have the idea of the interlocking of the departments and achieve the coordination between the different part of organization. So they are responsible for building up an efficient staff. That is, they should give directions to their staff on how to work to achieve the objectives, and they should develop the leaders for the future, and they should work as a team, and they should develop a team spirit, a positive spirit in their own functional departments for achievement of objectives. Now coming to the lower level management. They are those executives whose work is to oversee the operative employees. So they are the managers who are coming in direct contact with the employees. Okay, so their main work is to see the problems of the operative employees, communicate with them. Okay, they have to direct and control the workers. As compared to that of planning or organizing work, they are more concerned with directing and controlling their workers. Suppose if a conflict arises between the workers, or there may be a request from the workers, so all those factors the lower level management has to take care. So these are the some functions of the lower level management. So they are coming in direct contact with the employees. So they have to organize all the activities of the group, arrange for all the necessary raw materials for them, provide sufficient training for their workers, or guide them and give proper direction. Then to solve any problem, if any problem or conflicts arise, these lower level managers should solve them, and they have to communicate their workers' problems to the higher level management. As a manager, we should be having certain skills in order to perform the managerial function properly for the smooth functioning of the people working under them. Okay, so the skills required by the managers are conceptual skills for jobs, human skills for dealing with persons, and technical skills for the perception of ideas. So these three skills you can see: conceptual skill, human skills, and technical skills. Certain levels of manager require certain type of skills more. Okay, for example, a middle level manager should obviously possess more human skills rather than the conceptual skill possessed by a top level manager. Conceptual skills is the first skill required by the manager. Conceptual skill is a skill by which we have the ability to see the organization as a whole, and also we have to recognize what is the relation between the different departments or different functions, and there should be a abstract thinking for these managers. So conceptual skills, you can see it is more required for the top level managers, because they are the one who are going to lay down the important policies or long term plans for the enterprise. So they should have a clear vision on how to function the enterprise. So this conceptual skill, that is ability to see the organization as a whole, is to be possessed more importantly by the top level managers. Next type of skills is the human skills. So human skills, the basic function is to achieve cooperation between the different workers, and if any conflicts arises between the workers, that managers has to solve it and also have to motivate, lead them, and effectively communicate with the workers. And we have to also understand the psychological or emotional thought of the others. So this type of human skills are to be possessed more by the lower level or the middle level managers rather than the top level managers. The top level managers require more of conceptual skills when compared to that of the human skills. Next important skill is a technical skill. Technical skill means having specialized knowledge in the methods or the process or techniques of specific job. For example, if it is a production unit, we need to know about what all raw materials are being used, what all instruments are being used, etc. If it is a software platform, we should be having the provision of the full knowledge of the software platform which is being used. Then only if a problem arises, we can train the workers. So that is the next point. We must be able to train the subordinates in proper use of work related tools, machines and equipment. So this type of technical skill is mainly possessed by the lower level managers who are in direct contact with the operative workforce. Even for a top level manager or a middle level manager, this technical skill is not that important. But for the most bottom level or the lower level manager, technical skill is very important. Then only he can train his subordinates. We can also say about another important skill which is required by a top level manager. That is the decision making or design skills. Okay, in decision making or design skill, it is a competency to solve the problems under prevailing external environment. So that means external environment, we are subjected to large number of external factors, maybe a political factors, technological factors, social factors, etc. Maybe we have to face a sudden climatic crisis or sudden pandemic crisis. So subjected to all this external environment, there should be a competency to solve the organizational problems. So that is the diagnostic and analytic skills is very important for the manager. So diagnostic skill is an analytical ability plus common sense plus intelligence. That is, if a crisis or a bad situation is arising, a manager should keep calm. He should be having sufficient experience, intelligence, common sense and analytic capability in order to make a proper decision for his enterprise. Then only his enterprise can function smoothly for the achievement of objectives.